Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to Tattletales. It is nice to have you with us today. Thank you for tuning in. We have a kind of a quiet group with us this afternoon. I can see that. Hey, where are you all from? UCLA. Now, we'll try to contain everyone for just a moment because they're going to meet the people that are going to win the money. By the way, if you have a college or a group that you'd like to bring down and win some money for, please be our guest and come down and do that because we guarantee you, you'll win something. It may be little, maybe big, who knows, but come, will you? Here they are, winning money today for the blue section. Star of the good time.
All right.
Right?
Right.
Bernadette Stannis and her husband, Tom Fauntleroy. Yes.
You made it.
How are you, my dears?
Fine.
Okay, Bert.
Didn't I do that well? See, I didn't
Beautiful.
get it confused
Very
or
well
anything.
this time.
You both look super, and there you are dressed in blue font, and it looks terrific. I should explain, I guess, to our audience that Tom prefers to be called Font instead of Fauntleroy, and I can understand that. Can't you?
It gets
Yeah.
cute
Yeah.
when they mispronounce my name.
You must be a good fighter or a fast runner, I believe, is the old, or both is the old line. How are things going on the good times, Bernadette?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, dynamite is probably
Dynamite,
what we
right.
ought to say. It's nice to have you with us today. Also nice to have today winning money for the banana section. He's run a few races in his life. Willie Shoemaker and his wife, Bab. You know, it's really fun for me because I was a jock once upon a time, and I guess...
That's a different kind of a horse.
Oh, cut that out. Now, cut that out. I think a jock has become the word used for an athlete. I think that's perfectly acceptable. And I was a baseball player, and I know Tom is a big sports fan. I assume you are too, aren't you, Fawn?
That's right.
And it really is a thrill, I know, for everybody in show business to meet really a tremendous sports idol like
Yes,
Willie in
indeed.
person. It really is for me, and it's wonderful. So, I haven't let you say anything, but you are wearing the yellow silks today, sir, and we welcome you. And Babs, the banana section is lucky to have you as well. Let me tell you that, folks. Can you hear me back there, Donna?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Yeah, I can hear
you.
you.
Look lovely, I
Thank
must
you.
say that.
Thank
Now, winning money today for the red section from the Happy Days. Is that right? I got it right. An old friend, and it's good to have him with us, too. Mr. Tom Bosley and his lovely wife, Jeannie. I hope you at home will forgive my confusion because the good times and the happy days, and both of them on the same show at the same time, they are on the air opposite each other on two opposing networks at the same time, so you can understand my confusion. Tom, how are things going on your show?
Everything is going fine, Bert.
Yes.
Just great.
Yeah, it's a...
Fonzie told me to say that.
He did, eh? It's a super show. Jeannie, how are you, darling?
Just fine,
Yeah?
Bert.
You live in California now, you people, huh?
Yeah.
How long have you been out in California?
About 10 years now.
I didn't realize it was that long. Well...
How can we
See how
live
time
in
flies when you're having a good time? Here we go, ladies. First question worth $150. 10 years. The two of you are on an automobile trip, and you're about to stop for the night. Two elegant motels are side by side, and their rates are identical. One is quiet and conservative. The other is one of the new adult motels with mirrored ceilings, water beds, and sexy movies in your room. Steady, gang, steady. At which one would you stay? Now, there is a good point in here. Think about it a moment. The two of you are on an automobile trip, and you're about to stop for the night. Two elegant motels are side by side, and their rates are identical. One is quiet and conservative. The other is one of the new adult motels with mirrored ceilings and water beds and sexy movies in your room. At which one would you stay? Think it over, girls. We'll come back in a moment. Off they go, and we'll start with you, Font. What will Bernadette say?
Well, Bert, if we were traveling, we'd be tired, granted.
Aha.
However,
Not that tired, eh?
I don't think that we would really be tired to the point where we'd want to relax in a dead atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say dead. I
Well,
just said...
I'm just paraphrasing. But at any rate, I think that we would prefer to stay at the second hotel.
Yeah, the adult motel with the
The
water
adult.
beds and the
Right.
groovy one is what
Right.
you... Okay.
At least that's what I think Bern would say.
They think that's what you say? Here she comes now. Let's see what she says. Bernadette, which one of those motels will you pick? Now, you're on an automobile trip, and you're about to stop for the night. Both elegant, both the same price. One has the mirrored ceilings and the water beds and so forth, and one is quiet and conservative. Which will it be?
The mirrored ceiling.
That's it. You got it.
Way to go.
Yes. I think it's interesting, out of all those adjectives, she picked the mirrored ceilings, isn't that?
Well, that's why she's on good times.
That's why she's on good times. You're right. Okay, thank you, Bernadette. You have it. Willie, what will Babs say?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. My wife loves water beds and mirrored ceilings.
Really? Oh, okay. That's why we call it Tattletales, folks. You learn something every day. Let's bring Babs on. Babs, what will it be now? The two motels are identical, both elegant. The price is the same. However, one is quiet, and the other has the mirrored ceilings and the water beds. Which one will you stay at?
William and I have been married for 14 years, and I knew him for a few years before that. And when you've been married that long, your life could use a little something new, I would suppose, and we'd have to go for the water bed.
That's it.
I knew you wouldn't fail me.
I didn't. I think the banana section was a little worried there for a moment. But you got it, Babs. Tom, what will Gene say?
Well, first of all, Bert,
Yes.
I'm only capable of doing one thing at a time. I can't work and watch at the same time. And secondly, my wife can't swim. So we would take the quiet conservative.
I understand. Yes. I understand. That's the first time I've ever heard it referred to as work. But whatever you say, you'll say the quiet and conservative one. Let's see what Jeannie says. Here she comes. Jeannie, you're on an automobile trip. The two motels are there. They're both elegant. One is quiet and conservative. The other has water beds and mirrored ceilings and so forth. Which one will you stay at, you and Tom?
The quiet and the conservative.
That's it. You got it, my dear. Absolutely right. You're all right. We split it three ways, and we will return shortly and split a lot more. Come on back. Just start. Bring it back. Hello there. Question number 2 coming up, and this is it. If you're ready, ladies, we have a three-way tie. This question's worth $150 to your rooting sections. Ladies, recently a reporter made news by analyzing Henry Kissinger's garbage and trash for clues to his character. That's true. That did happen. If this reporter analyzed a week's worth of your trash, what's the most interesting thing he would learn about you and your husband? Recently, a reporter made news by analyzing Henry Kissinger's garbage and trash for clues to his character. If this reporter analyzed a week's worth of your trash, what's the most interesting thing he would learn about you and your husband? It's kind of a tough question, but think about it a moment, and maybe you can work something out. Off you go, ladies. We'll start with you, Willie. What would be something maybe that he would learn from going through your garbage and your trash?
Oh, my wife is a great handicapper, and I'm a lousy one, probably.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Really? How would he find that out, I wonder? You mean the circles in the newspaper on the race?
She looks at the form, the racing form.
Racing
the paper,
form.
and she does a much better job than I do.
She's a better handicapper than you are?
In fact, when she goes to the races, she asks me who I like, and then she says I can eliminate those and go do my handicapping.
Isn't that incredible? I mean, I would think you would be the best handicapper in the world.
I think the more you know, the less you know, really.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well, we'll call Babs for our tips then. Sorry about. You'll say that he would find out that she's a better race handicapper than you. Okay. Here she comes. I'll make a side bet on this one. Babs, what would this reporter learn? What would be the most interesting thing he would learn about you and Willie by going through your trash and your garbage, do you think?
Oh, we're going to miss this.
It's hard.
Yeah, it really is tough. Dull. I think that he would probably, God, he'd have to be awfully eager. I mean, the trash masher does its work.
Yeah.
He would probably think he was looking through the trash at a hotel. We feed a lot of people.
No, that's not what Willie said. Hard question. You know what he did say?
I have no idea.
He did say, well, he said that he would probably find out that you were a better handicapper than Willie is.
Well, how would I ever say that?
Well,
But it's true.
is it true?
Yeah.
But it's true.
He knows too much.
Thank you, darling. Tom, what will Jeannie say?
Oh, boy, this is a tough one. The only two things that I can think of, and I guess they're somewhat combined, is that, A, we use an awful lot of garbage bags in our garbage cans.
Yeah.
So about the only thing I think that they would find is that we're terribly neat at putting our garbage in our garbage can.
Yes.
Because we hate garbage.
I understand that. What, do you wrap each orange peel individually, or?
Not quite that bad.
But almost, eh? Okay, he would discover that you are extremely neat about the way you keep your garbage. Okay. She gets this. Any side bets, Willie? Let's ask Babs. She's the best handicapper. Here comes Jean now.
You're on your own, dear.
Jean, if this reporter analyzed a week's worth of your trash, what's the most interesting thing that he would learn about you and Tom, do you think?
The only thing I could think of was that we use a lot of Kleenex and paper towels.
Well, that's... What do you think? No? Ira says no. Kleenex and paper towels are
I'm
not
proud
the
of you
same
anyway.
as neat garbage. No, because you got to wrap those Kleenex and paper towels in something. Tom said that you had neat garbage, that you were very neat. You used a lot of garbage bags. It's hard to blow your nose with a garbage bag, gang. I'm sorry. I think I was right not to allow that, but that's awfully difficult. No one's gotten it right. Font, what will Bernadette say?
Oh, Bert, that's a cute question. Normally during the week, our schedule is so tight that a lot of times we don't really have time to sit down and prepare a full meal. So often we eat fruit, and we eat a lot of fruit. And sometimes pot pie dinners. So
Yes.
I'm thinking more than the pot pie, they would find that we eat a lot of fruit.
What are they going to find if you eat a lot of fruit?
Apple cores.
Cores and seeds and things.
Yeah, that type of
He
thing.
would discover that you eat a lot of fruit.
He would be a very busy person to want to know that, too.
I think you're probably be the busy people if I think about it. Okay. Let's bring on Bernadette, see what she says. Bernadette, this reporter is going to analyze a week's worth of your trash. What's the most interesting thing he would learn about you and Font, do you think?
Oh, this is hard. Trash?
And or garbage, you know.
Yeah, garbage. That we're busy?
That you're busy. No, that's not what Font said.
Don't worry about it.
But that was close, wasn't
What
it?
did you say?
It was very close. Tell her what you said, Font.
I said that we had a lot of fruit, peelings, the evidence of the fact that we eat a lot of fruit.
Eat a lot of fruit. But don't feel bad, Bernadette. Nobody got it
Well,
right.
you shot your best shot.
Which means that the $150 for this question goes over to our next question, making it worth $300. And we'll come back after halftime and play for that, fellas. Step to the rear. We'll bring the ladies out front. We'll come back with the second half. Going to be a lot of money swinging today. Come on back.